What's up there guys? Guy with the Current 23 back again in the Blu-ray corner for this week's Blu-ray update. Now don't worry, it's not going to be as crazy as last week, it's not going to be a 40-minute plus video. I haven't bought half as many things, I've only bought 3 things this week, but I thought I might as well do a video on them, so again it saves me for kind of catching up later on. So the first thing, actually the last thing I picked up, because it came through the post about a couple of hours ago, a lovely Sunday deliveries, is The Trip. Now this is not the series, it's actually just the film, which is a bit disappointing. I mean, I don't know why they haven't bought the series out on Blu-ray, it's just the film. I haven't actually watched it since I got it, obviously I only got it a couple of hours ago, but I've seen the series numerous times, watched the film once. The film is good, but the series is definitely the best way to watch it. It's like 6 half-hour episodes, and this is like was it 106 minutes, so that's what, an hour 50? Yeah, about an hour 50, so quite a lot of things cut out, at least an hour of footage I would have thought. But yeah, basically follows Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon. Basically Steve Coogan is hired by, I think the Observer, I think it is, to basically kind of travel around different places in Yorkshire to kind of try different types of food, basically kind of like a food review. And basically his girlfriend doesn't go with him, so he he gets Rob Brydon's help to go along with him to kind of review these restaurants, and it's just them kind of like their kind of banter, kind of what kind of stuff they get up to really, and kind of the kind of how the main highlights of at least the series are their sparring, kind of back and forth, their banter and stuff, and highlights include their Michael Caine impression off. You know, kind of each kind of do a Michael Caine impression better than the other person. What is there? Well, there's other really funny bits as well. Though there's a bit where they're both kind of saying what would be a speech like at each other's funeral, what each person would say. It's just really funny banter kind of stuff. And what the fuck am I on about? Oh, that's really good then as well. Well, it's doing good. What's up everyone? Gary the Current 23 back again in the Blu-ray corner for this week's Blu-ray update. Now don't worry, it's not going to be as crazy as last week's, it's not going to be a 40-minute plus video, I hope. I've only bought 3 things this week, so yeah, let's show them off. So the first thing, well, technically the last thing I picked up, that came through the post about a couple of hours ago. I'm loving these Amazon Sunday deliveries. It is The Trip. Now this is not series 1, but it's the feature film thereof. Basically, when the series was shown on BBC, it was 6 half-hour episodes, and to kind of make it easier for kind of Americans to, well, A, I guess understand, and B, kind of enjoy, they edited all that series into a feature film, which this is a Blu-ray of. It's about an hour 50. Whereas the series was like 3 hours nearly, so it's quite a lot of footage cut out. I don't know how much, I've seen it, but it was a couple of years ago, so I can't remember much about it. I've watched the series through numerous times though, really funny stuff. It basically follows Rob Brydon and Steve Coogan, who has been hired by, I think it's the Observer magazine, to basically go around Yorkshire kind of reviewing different restaurants. Basically his girlfriend was originally going to go with him, but she has to do something else, so he takes Rob Brydon along, and it's basically kind of them, you know, like reviewing food, but it's the highlights are really kind of the banter between them, like the Michael Caine impression off, when they're kind of like trying to outdo each other with Michael Caine impressions. And there's a bit where they say kind of what each other would say at each other's funeral, which is really funny. Just kind of the banter between us is really good. I mean, Steve Coogan is one of my favourite comedy actors anyway, of all time. I absolutely love the guy, and yeah, it's really funny. I do think I prefer the series, obviously because there's more footage, and it's obviously most of the footage is the funny stuff, so you don't get half the story really in the film. Why they haven't brought out the series on Blu-ray, I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure that BBC HD was around when this was on. It was 2010 this was shown, so maybe not thinking about it, but pretty sure it was. But obviously they had an HD master of this because it came out in the US as well. And I've also ordered The Trip to Italy, which is the sequel to this, which will be coming tomorrow, so that'll be in next week's update. But yeah, really, really funny stuff. It's just basically the disc inside. I did actually have the DVD somewhere, actually, if I can find it. Where is it? Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Basically, I bought the DVD because I already had the series on DVD, which I'll have to keep now because I don't think the series is going to come out on Blu-ray anytime soon, and also the Trip to Italy, the series, and I've also got the movie set as well there somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure, which I can get rid of now because I've got them on Blu-ray. But yeah, highly recommend if you're a fan of kind of improvisational comedy at its very finest, at its British finest, and yeah, that is the Trip series film 1. The next title is the latest release, the latest release in the 88 Films Italian collection, and it is Zombie Holocaust. Pick this up, $8.99 in HMV. Definitely the best price. The best price to go for these titles because they're always at $8.99, at least for the first few weeks. But yeah, watch this one. The film is pretty good. The kind of effects and the kind of makeup are very good for the time. It's a little bit weird when you see kind of, I mean, the zombies in this look more human than they do zombie for some reason, and it's basically just kind of like they've just like got like regular people and just kind of like plastered this stuff all over them and kind of given them like dishevelled clothes and stuff. And for the most part, the acting is pretty terrible. Ian McCulloch is good in it though, and it's one of those things where it's like it's kind of like Deep Red, where it's like some of it is in English, but it's redubbed in English, and when it's Italian, it's just kind of it's like the Italian. No, it's the kind of the English kind of overdub kind of thing. If you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and also the HD wasn't that great. I mean, you can only use the kind of it was a long time ago excuse to kind of show how bad film looks on Blu-ray. I mean, I'll say this: if the Blu-ray looks like this, I'd hate to see what the VHS is like, if at all it actually came out over here. Because I think it might be. Yeah, I think it's one it was on the Video Nasties list, I believe. But yeah, it's got a bit too much. It's not enough zombies in it anyway, and what zombies are in it, not that fantastic. It's more kind of about the cannibals and stuff like that. Like I say, the effects were really, really good for the time. Again, for the time. I mean, it's going to look the best it's ever going to look, I think. It's never going to get like a 4K, like absolutely like terrific master, I don't think. They've done the best they could, but again, there's only kind of so long you can use that excuse. Also features a very good documentary on Italian cannibal films as well, which I watched actually before I watched the film. A lot of good interviews, and a lot of good kind of footage and stuff of like Zombie Holocaust, and also the lesser known ones like this, like Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals and stuff like that. But really good documentary as well in HD as well, which is always good. Anything else? Yeah, a couple of Q&As as well, and also kind of in the booklet it has it has a list of for some reason I'm not sure all of the people who supported it and gave money to the restoration of the film. Kind of there. I don't think it's all of them because it says and to every other pledger. So I'm guessing like it's only like if you kind of pledged a certain amount of money, you got kind of a name check. But yeah, the film itself. Oh God, the film itself, I could take or leave. The story was good. It basically tells the story of these kind of not paleontologists, kind of the like doctors and kind of things like that. Basically, travel to a kind of a deserted island to kind of find out what's going on over there, and I meet this doctor, and he's like a mad scientist, and he's making these zombies, and I've kind of given too much away, but there you go. But yeah, only if you're a kind of a fan of cannibal films, I'd say give it a go. It wasn't entirely to my taste, but I did like it, but I didn't really like it like loads. But it was a solid film, and I would revisit it again. I'm not quite sure when, but I would do. So yeah, that is Zombie Holocaust. And the third and last title is actually a edition that I was waiting for a long time, and I don't know what happened. Whether so, I have a sneaking suspicion because I ordered this direct from Arrow Video along with Videodrome. And I think I had that PayPal pay after delivery thing, which I actually hate, I can't get rid of. And basically because I ordered this with Videodrome, they were going to wait until Videodrome came out to send this as well. But then I saw their post on Facebook saying that this was out of print, so I kind of emailed them and said that I wanted it sent, and they sent it to me. And to be fair, it did come but maybe like 4 to 6 days, which is pretty good going. And it is the Arrow Video kind of digipack big release of Society. Ooh, this movie! I mean, I've seen kind of the uncut versions of Human Centipede 2 and Serbian Film. I've seen films like Irreversible, but the fucked up, but in some ways beautiful imagery at the end of this film is some of the most messed up stuff I've ever seen committed to film. It's honestly it's weird to describe, but it's like a body horror, psychosexual horror film. It's very strange. It's hard to kind of categorize. It's interesting. I'll say that. Yeah, I mean the last kind of like half an hour saved it really. If it wasn't, that last half hour wasn't as good, the rest of the film wouldn't have kind of been as good as the rest of it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm seeing Screaming Mad George. It's an absolute genius. I mean, the shunting. I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said? It's surreal. It's again quite sexual. It's gory. It's weird. It's all those things and more. Really nice package as well. You got a obviously you've seen the film. This kind of will mean more to you. But it's got some really nice kind of embossing on the front here. Really nice set though, I think. A lot of people didn't like it. Not quite sure why. It is a bit weird. I mean, if you saw that on a shelf, you wouldn't kind of think of picking it up really. But because I kind of heard a lot about the film and I knew it was like a limited edition package and it was really nice, I thought I wanted to pick it up. But yeah, it's like really nice embossing on the front, and also the side and the top, and also at the back as well. Did have a J card on, but I've taken that off obviously. So yeah, you get a lot of special features on this though. You get an official sequel to the film in kind of comic book form. And you also get, if I can just put that down there for a sec, and you also get really nice digipack style art as well, which is kind of fix the rest of the packaging as well. And you also get a booklet with kind of interviews, or just interviews with an interview with who was it? I think Brian Usner. I think no. It's a kind of an essay about the film from Alan Jones. And also kind of the postcard, and you also get like a little certificate thing as well, like a jokey kind of thing from the film. And then like I said, the 2 discs. But yeah, a lot of special features there. You get a few interviews. You get a new commentary with Brian Usner, the director. You get a documentary on kind of the making of the shunting scene. You get, what else do you get? Obviously you get the new HD Master. The Master is pretty good, I will say that though. It looks much better than I thought it would do. I think that's about it. A lot of interviews, commentary. Yeah, I think that's more or less it. There's some kind of bits and bobs in there as well, which I haven't actually watched yet. I've watched the shunting kind of documentary. I've watched some of the commentary. I've watched the kind of the making of and the interview and stuff like that. But yeah, absolutely messed up film. If you haven't seen it, it is an acquired taste, I will say that. But it is right up my street. like I said, the film before that, the half-hour kind of shunting scene wasn't. I mean, if, like I said before, if kind of the last half hour wasn't that good, the film wouldn't be that good. It's kind of like the last half hour that kind of saved it, really. We're not going to give anything away, but yeah, definitely pick it up. I would say if you're kind of not quite sure whether to pick it up, I say either, because I know this is coming out in a regular release as well. Obviously without the book, and or maybe like rent it from somebody. But yeah, it's very interesting, but very, very strange, and I quite liked it. So that is Society, and that is this week's update. So again, I do apologise if it was a bit longer than it needed to be, but that's the name of the game. Basically, I'll also kind of give a little little information. Basically, what I've watched will not be carrying on. The reason being is I kind of filmed the video. I put, to my mind, what is quite a lot of effort into it, kind of putting it through Sony Vegas and getting all the pictures and stuff, and nobody's really watching it, which I can understand. You know, I'm not saying that people have to watch it, but I put the effort in and no one really watches it, so there's not much point in doing it anymore. I do think that if I'd have done it when other people were doing it, people would watch it more, but because I kind of missed the boat, really, there's not much point in me carrying on. So what I've watched will be finishing now. Last week's would have been the last one. So I don't think anyone's going to be heartbroken about that, to be honest, but if you are, I do apologise, but that's it, I suppose. Like there's no point in me doing it if no one's going to watch it. So there you go. So no What I Watch videos will be carrying on, and yeah, we will get another update next week. I think just mainly Romeo and Juliet this week, new release wise anyway, that I want to get. For the next few weeks there isn't really that much I want to get, to be quite honest. So you won't see. I might even do it. The next update might be another couple of weeks actually. Depends on how much stuff I get. But yeah, don't know what other videos will be coming this week. I'm thinking... No, I'm not going to say that. But yeah, I think that'll about do for this video. So thanks as always for watching. Have a great day.